Okay. So breath work, I've just found is a very good temperature check for how I'm feeling, how I'm doing with all of the different things that I'm juggling. Because when I am going through a lot, like the things that we
Mm-hmm.
talked about, it gets very hard to breathe and to take
Okay.
deep breaths.
Okay. So on that in that conversation, going back to the conversation we were having last month, and all of that energy built up in you, and I was asking you all these questions,
Suffocated.
you were suffocating. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's good. Okay, you were suffocating. And so when I said, okay, so what are three things you're working on? How did it feel for you? I said that you were suffocating.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, okay, Mariah, what is going on? Why are you upset? What gave you the courage to tell your mother, who you're very respectful to,
Mm-hmm.
um, just really how you were feeling with and do it respectfully?
One, I don't really think I could speak to you disrespectfully. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's never, when I think of talking to you, it's just never in a disrespectful manner. So I think that's how I was able to be respectful because that's just naturally how I talk to you. But what gave me the courage to actually do it, I think I was at a boiling point. Like I was boiling over and it had
Mm-hmm.
to come out. Like it had
Mm-hmm.
to come out because this is something that, and I told you in our conversation, when you said, "How are you feeling?" That's what came up is like sometimes when you tell me stuff or you ask me a bunch of questions and I don't know, I just, it really messes with me.
And you were able to express like, mommy, I'm just angry and I'm just so angry with you because you keep asking me questions. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just asking you a regular question. What is it that is making you angry? And then I think that made you even angrier. And you were just like, but it, like you weren't mean or disrespectful. It was just in you. And this anger was in you. And I could see you still though. And I
Yeah.
knew that anger was not a true reflection of you for the most part, but it was a part of you as well.
Yeah. And I
Um,
feel like, go ahead.
because you've never liked to be asked a lot of questions. You just really, really haven't. That's just part of your personality. But at this point, you were just like, don't ask me nothing else. But we had made such progress in what you had going on. And I just remember saying to you, like, me knowing who I am, I know I was coming from the best place. And
Mm-hmm.
me knowing who I am, I know even the process that we went through of identifying what was going on with you, because we did get to a point that we identified everything or most things that were going on. I know I'm in my bag. And I know I didn't come from the point of view of being your mom and just asking you all these questions. I knew I came from the point of view of being the queen of the universe and just trying to guide you through the universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel
Um,
like,
Go ahead.
sorry, I feel like in, I was just very angry
Mm-hmm.
in that I was also able to better realize what was going on. And like, we really had to talk of, okay, the enemy is trying to work through me to get to you because you were at a very good point in your life. You're at a very like happy point in your life. Like you were just glowing. You're like this light. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just so, oh my God, look at her.
My
And
vibration is up there right now,
you're
but you
yes.
are the only thing that can throw me between you and my
And that is
mother's.
known.
Team.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. It's hard to throw me and get me to go to the left right now because I'm in my bag, and I told you that. I said, Mariah, I'm in my bag, and you are one of the few things that the enemy can use to attack me. And then at
Yeah.
that point, what did you say?
He will not work through me.
He will not
Uh-uh.
work through you.
Against you? Oh, not me. No, 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 no. You gotta find you somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Mm-mm.
You gotta get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it. No, it will not be me. Not against you. Mm-mm. So I feel like that was real turning point, and all of us like, okay, you're right, it's not me, because a part of me getting upset with you, like, I feel like the reason that it kept going was because I was upset at myself for being upset with you, and then it just like it just build on that. So it's like, in realizing that this is not me, this is not of me, I am kind-hearted, I can take feedback, I am my mother's child, and she is only trying to help me and love me. I will not let you attack her for doing so, or whatever was in me, I will not attack you for doing so. So I feel like that's what really helped us to like,
Man, you care for me like I care for you. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
And then what was the other thing we said? Sometimes, what did we say?
I
You know
said,
this.
baby, I will take the hit so you can swing.
Yes,
I will
that's
take the
it.
hit hands down so you can swing. And that means I'll even take the hit from you. I'll even take it from you just so you can swing. And I think that has been one of the greatest themes of our relationship. No matter what I've had to go through for the betterment of you, I will go
Mm-hmm.
through it for the betterment of you. I have become a better person, which is hard work, for the betterment of you. I wanted you to have a good example. I wanted to show you certain things and learn some things. I wanted you to have certain experiences. And whatever that looked like, whatever that journey was to get there, man, I'm going to get there. And so instead of me attacking you for how you felt, or instead of me feeling attacked
You
for
took
how
it.
you felt, I was just like, baby, if that's how you feel, you're entitled to feel that way. And you were just like, nope, not me. Not me. And the one thing I will definitely say, I have always felt how you say you have always felt wanted. I have always felt loved and appreciated for being your mother. And
Mm-hmm.
I know some parents and some mothers cannot feel appreciated. Some fathers, like people in general, but I'm a mother, so I can speak specifically for mothers. I know some mothers have not felt appreciated, but even when you have disappointed me, I am always reminded that you really do try to make me happy the way I try to make you happy. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. Um, so what would you say to a daughter who is in conflict with her mother? Because we don't have it all figured out and we don't have it all worked out. What would you say?
I think really just emphasizing that your mother is a guide. Like, just how you said towards the beginning, like, you knew I was not yours. Like, you had to let go of ownership of me. Um, it also takes knowing that your mother is not the end all be all. Like, I respect you to the utmost. I
Mm-hmm.
value what you say, but I know at the end of the day you're telling me things that's to guide me, but that is not the way that I have to go. And you also allow me to figure those things out on my own. When I don't want to follow that path, you allow me to figure those things out on my
Yeah.
own. So it's definitely a two-sided thing. Like, it takes for the daughter to know that, like, she is just here to guide me. She wants what's best for me. Um, but you still have that autonomy over what you do. And
Right.
then I guess from your side, what does that take from the mother side?
Um, just one, knowledge and knowing that I do not have it all figured out, and knowledge and knowing that I have definitely screwed some things up. And acknowledging and knowing that all I can do is my best, and I hope you give me the grace to do something less than my best.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know one of the reasons I took you to the Danny Morrell conference, the Awaken conference, was not so that you would have this earth shattering, life changing moment. It was more so for you to put some tools in your toolbox for later.
Yeah.
Now, you just so happen to have Mariah, like, paradigm shifting moments, but I didn't take you there for that. My job is just to give you tools in your toolbox, because I can't give you all the tools. And sometimes we as parents can sometimes think we have it all, we know it all, and all of that. But even the shortcomings in our own upbringing, when I was 20 years old, when I was 15 years old, when I was 10 years old, when I was 5 years old, when I was a baby, those shortcomings also create a shortness in my own ability to know certain things, to speak certain ways, to make certain decisions, operate as a woman that can be modeled 100%. You can't model me 100%. Please don't model me 100%. Now, I have worked very, very hard to be someone you can model, but you're right. I am not the all to end all when it comes to being a mother, your mother, anybody's mother. But one thing I'm going to give you is the best I have to give you. And sometimes people don't have the capacity to do that. Mariah, I have not always had the capacity to do that. I honestly haven't. But I have called on, people that I'm in close relationship with to fill in some of the gaps. And I'm so very thankful for the way others have filled in the gaps. And I think that's also one of the reasons I am so open to filling in gaps for others. Yeah, definitely. As I sit and think about that, definitely. Yeah. Man, that was interesting. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, I can remember times when you have operated on your own accord outside of my guidance. The one thing you have always done, and you have always said, well, mommy, this is what I did.
If it's one thing, I'm gonna snitch on myself every time. I can't hold it. I can't hold it to save my life.
Mariah, it'd be like, so funny, man.
And I only tell on myself. That's what really gets me. It don't be like, oh yeah, ma, such and such didn't know. No, I can keep everybody's secrets but my own. I be like, yeah, ma, I did it. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I did it.
Oh my gosh. And I just be sitting there like a crazy, really? Okay, so tell me about it. How was it? And I can't, what am I gonna do? I can't, I guess I can. I guess I do get upset about it, but I can't let you know that, because I always want to be a person that you can come to, good or bad. I'd rather for you to come to me when all the chips fall than anybody else, because baby, I'm going to come figure out how to get you out of this stuff. Like, we going to work together.
And that's also why I like that. I'm trained to do it, but it's second nature for me to do it, because you better tell me before anybody else do.
You better tell me before anybody else do. Because if somebody else tell me, baby, me and you got a problem. And you need to know if somebody else come tell me we got a problem. I think that happened one time. You might have been in second grade. Something happened. In maybe first or second grade. And you didn't tell me, or we had a problem. After that, we have no more problems.
If I got in trouble at school, send you an email right to my, I just did such and such.
You be texting me on such and such and such and such.
They're going to call you. Just so you know, they're going to call you because I did this. You knew. And when you got there, you had my back. But when I didn't tell you,
we got a problem.
We got a problem.
The time when the little boy, he did something to you and you kicked the boy up under the table. My baby called and told me the teacher called. I was just like, yeah, she told me. Because won't nobody come between us, Mariah.
And they try. They used to be like, I'm going to call your mother. Call her. I already told her. She's expecting you.
She's expecting your call. Thank you very much. That's right, baby. Long as you tell me, we ain't got no problems.
Yeah. And I feel like that the older I got, it's just like if anything happens, I know my mama gonna have my back, so she is the best person to know.
Right
You
or
know,
wrong.
right or wrong.
Right or wrong. And we'll punish you. Don't get it twisted. You definitely be punished, but I still got your back.
Punish? Is that the word?
Is that the word? What's the word?
Punish? I don't
Because
know.
all I had to do was talk to you. Because you
Punish
just be
is
like,
like punish sounds so strong.
it sounds strong.
Disciplined.
You were disciplined.
Yeah.
Because when I say
Punish.
punish, you might lose your phone.
Punish. Yeah, punish is like no. The losing the phone when I was telling somebody. Oh well. I don't know if you could talk about getting whooped now on podcasts and stuff. That might be that might cause somebody. Anyways, when I
First of
got a
all, you're
little
20 years old.
okay, we're gonna say when I got a little pop. Y'all know what that means. I have a black mother. We know what happened. But anyway, just telling somebody like because they had never got a little pop before. And I was like, sometimes my mom used to give me the option, do you want to be on punishment or you want the little pop? And I want the little pop. But the worst one of them all was the I'm disappointed in you. Now that's what really got me. That was the worst out of anything that I could ever hear getting whooped, getting anything. I am disappointed in you. Oh, oh,
It just hurt your heart. They
oh,
used to work on me when my dad had told me. My
oh.
mama would go in on me, but baby, my mama called my dad, and my dad would come over to the house, and he come get me, and I'd be on the passenger seat, and on the ride home to his house, he'd look over at me. He said, "You just gonna disappoint your dad, ain't you?" But girl, I know that thing hurt, don't it?
It hurt. Like that's the worst. Oh
It
my
hurt.
goodness,
That's all
that's
my
the
dad had to
worst.
say.
That is the worst.
Oh,
Like,
girl, yeah. But girl, we made it. We making it. We still making it. And now, like, you are everything I hope for, everything I dream. As a matter of fact, while we were out on technical difficulties, you got an email from your school. You want to share
yes,
with the people?
yes. So I am one of very few Black women majoring in economics at my school. I think I'm the only one in my class. Need to double check, but I'm pretty sure. And there is the Sadie Collective, which is the organization for Black women in economics. Um, and they do conferences like every year, a big conference in DC. And I just got reached out to from my school to send me to the conference because one of my professors recommended me for a group. I think they're
Yay.
mostly taking graduate students, but I will be one of the students going. So
Oh,
I'm very excited
wow.
about that. Very
Very
excited.
excited. I am
Yeah.
so proud of you.
Thank
I am
you.
so proud of you. I'm telling you, you are the definition of she's free to fly. You astound me with the opportunities that come your way and the way you're able to take advantage of those opportunities, the way you position yourself for opportunities. You're really, really good at positioning yourself for greatness. You position yourself for greatness on a regular basis. You definitely do.
Thank you.
You definitely do. You definitely do. Little subtopic here. When it comes to our relationship and you share our relationship with your friends, how does that transfer over? And what is it about our relationship that younger people want in a relationship or that they embrace in a relationship with their mothers?
What I hear for me, it's this is us. But what I hear the most from my friends, like they just really love our relationship. I think a big thing that they want or like is wanted in a relationship between parents, but isn't very common is the transparency and the support. Like you support me in anything that I do. You don't micromanage me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I feel like that's a really big thing. But also just like the transparency of I tell you everything, and the way that we communicate with each other. Like, I don't speak to you in a disrespectful manner, but compared to how some of my friends have to speak to their parents would see it as disrespectful. Just like, hey girl, how you doing? What you like
Hey,
that?
girl.
That to them is like, oh no, that's a no go. I can never talk to my mom like that. Like I've heard that a lot. So I think just that, like the friendship that we have, like we are. You my friend? We friends, right?
I'm your friend. We friends.
Okay.
We're mother
But the
daughter
friend
first, but we are friends.
mother daughter first, exactly. But like the friendship that we have, the openness that we have, the support, the like, yeah, I think it's really the friendship that we have because thinking about it, like the things that my friends come to me about,
Mm-hmm.
I go to you about. When I'm going to through some similar things, those same things, I go to you about, and that is something that's often communicated that they want that type of relationship.
So, am I correct in saying? So, some parents say, "Okay, I'm your mother or I'm your father. I'm not your friend."
Mhm.
Some relationships are more friendly than mother daughter, and they lack a certain level of parent child respect to me.
Mhm.
But you can be more than one thing. Is that correct? A relationship can be more than one thing. And I think
Uh,
our relationship is more than one thing. So would I be correct in sharing your children want to talk to you more, but there is fear on how what they have to tell you is received?
that's one thing, but I also think, and this might turn into a whole nother conversation, but a lot of my friends at least had to grow up with their parents. Like their parents were growing up at the same time that they were growing up. You knew who you were when you had me. Everyone,
I
or
did not
see
know
that,
who I was when I
okay, that's
had
why I
you.
was like, it might go into a different conversation, but you were complete. At least from what I hear, from what I had, my blessings, like from when I was a child, you seem to be a whole person when you had me. Like, I don't think the way that I'm thinking about, like, some of my friends had to truly grow up with their parents. We did not have that. And that's where I feel like a lot of the bickering, not being able to be transparent, parents being jealous of their daughters, daughters being just like those type of
That's
relationships.
real. That is real.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
real.
So it's one thing of like, how do I explain this? I don't know. It takes a lot. It takes having being able to see your parent as a person, not just your parent. Because growing up with your parent, you may think that they're supposed to be this and that and provide you this and that, but having to realize they are figuring life out just like I am, and sometimes that takes a little more grace to give to someone,
It takes more grace. Yeah. Yeah.
and
And
vice versa.
I think from a parent's perspective, I think some parents want to talk to their children more. Or no, I think some parents want to hear from their children more, but don't know necessarily how to respond to their children. I think that some parents have a hard time seeing their children as separate from themselves. So you are a reflection of me, but you are not the only thing that reflects me. Like you're a reflection of me, but I only have input. That's the thing. I only have input. I have no control of the output.
Hmm.
Yes, I only have input as a mother. I do not have any control of the output. Only you have control of the output. And I think I do a pretty good job at letting you know you have control of the output and not trying to control your output.
And not even for like that's a whole nother conversation because in the yoga and breath of life class that I was speaking about earlier, um, we're studying how in yoga you only have control of the action and you should only have attachment to the action itself because you want to do it, but not what comes from the action and not the output. So in you being like, I don't belong to you, I've taken that and my outcomes, the things that I want in life, these things do not belong to me. So it's
Mm.
like it's like a full like I don't belong to you. My actions don't belong to you. My actions belong to me, but my outcome doesn't. So my outcome definitely doesn't belong to you. So it's like, oof,
Ooh,
to
wow.
connect
Hold on,
that.
wait a minute. Let me repeat
Okay.
that. I want to make sure I got it. I don't control, I only have control of the input.
Mhm.
I don't have control of the output. You only have control of the action, but you don't have control of it's really the outcome
Outcome. Yes.
from the action. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I have control of the action. No one has control of the outcome.
So sometimes in that outcome, when you ask me certain, going back all the way to the beginning, when you
Okay.
ask me certain questions, or
Mm-hmm.
when just those type of things, because I know I don't have control of the outcome, and it's not something that I always think about first. It creates a lot of just frustration because I don't know my outcome. I don't know the outcome. I don't know how to deliver the outcome to someone else and describe what that looks like.
All right. So, baby, me knowing you, I think you're afraid to say the wrong thing. It's less of you not knowing the right thing to say, but more of saying the wrong thing. And I am here to tell you, you don't have to know the outcome. You don't have to, you don't have to create anything. All you have to do is be and trust that all things come together. And mommy tells you that all the time. All things come together. And it's okay to say, well, mommy, I don't know. Right now, this is where I'm at. And tomorrow, I might be somewhere different. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to have life figured out. You don't have to be a certain thing. You don't have to do a certain thing. All you have to do is just be. Like my daily prayer is, may I move in the flow of God and I call the highest possibility of the day. Just call the highest possibility. And today, a high possibility might be here. Tomorrow, it may be here. And the next day, it may be here in the middle. Just call the highest possibility. You are it, but you are not all. The all things come together. And you're not the all things. All things come together. And just trusting in that. And I think with time and maturity and aging, like you will be able to trust the process more and your faith will grow as you grow, and you are phenomenal in who you are today.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow you're going to be phenomenal in who you are then at a whole nother level. But man, the outcome is what the outcome is. It is what it is. I love you.
Love you too.
I love you. All right. You got a question before we get off?
What's next? What's the next episode about?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I have some things in the work. Having some conversations on unexpected friendships,
Mm-hmm.
having some conversations with a female winemaker, have that interview scheduled for this month, have some conversations on sexuality of young people and liberation and freedom. Um, I have some pretty cool things in the works. I have some pretty cool things in the works, and we have the holidays coming. I'm so happy because some of your friends from around the country are coming in to spend Thanksgiving with us. So, in
Friends I
that,
met
I
in
feel
Greece.
your friends you met in Greece,
Yeah.
friends from Chicago, friends from all over the world. Um, so I'm really, really happy about those things. I have conversations coming up with my interior decorator. I have a really interesting conversation coming up with a contractor. And we just get to delve in all the going ons of just life. We get to delve in the ongoings of life. I have a conversation. I'm going to be on another podcast, actually two, well, three. Man, I have three interviews for three different podcasts. One where we're going to go into the meaning of the music. Another where I'm going to talk about health, and I'm going to talk about the open heart surgery. And then I have another podcast coming up, and this is from a professional perspective, and I'm going to talk about taxes and federal contracting. So that one is going to be more of my, my business. So I'm excited about those things. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being transparent. And thank you for being you. Thank you for sharing your life, with other people. There's always something that we can learn. And the whole premises of She's Free to Fly is cross-generational conversations between women. And I just really believe that we can learn, listen, and love one another. So that is the end of this week's episode. I am your hostess, Deshonda Lucas, with my beautiful daughter, Mariah Magic Jackson. And I pray you receive our love. I pray you feel God's grace, and I pray you share with others. Bye-bye.